It's Ed Sarpolus is with us from Target Insights, and I'm curious to get his reaction. You've seen a lot of things in politics. You ever seen anything like this?
Not exactly like this. It reminds me of politics in the late 60s and 70s, though, when competitors could actually get together and talk and actually do things together. We haven't had that kind of civility in decades, and I thought it was a positive thing for both camps. Now, does it change minds? Probably not. Snyder showed that he's above the fray. He can work with the other side. Bonero said he went to the other side. So both going to claim victories on this, what happened yesterday.
In fact, that's exactly what happened. I have two different press releases in my hand that came last night after this event. And let's see. This is the Verge-Bonero press release. It says, Bonero attends Snyder Town Hall to extend debate sit-down offer. Snyder agrees. And then if you look at the Snyder press release, it says, Snyder invites Verge-Bonero to 59th Town Hall meeting. Well, that's not exactly what happened because he turned up there unannounced, but, you know, I guess it's close enough. Who do you think, as you say, they're both elevated. Now Verge-Bonero is seen as a real go-getter, a guy who will turn up and throw himself into the fray, invite himself to the party, if you will, get himself in the mix. And Rick Snyder is shown as a guy who is magnanimous. It harkens back to Ronald Reagan. I remember him saying, I paid for this microphone. Remember that?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think that's what showed up. The difficulty is going to be is like, how's the media play this? Your show is doing a very fine job in covering this event, and theirs is doing a very fine job. If you look at some of the other stuff like that, they're playing to the politicians' handlers. You know, this was the Snyder victory, he did this, and so the real public, voters, won't really know what happened unless they listen to your show this morning.
Well, I can only imagine what it must have been like for Verge-Bonero. I mean, these are human beings, let's not forget. So they have sensibilities and emotions and nerves. Can you imagine what it must have been like for him to drive there unannounced to this country club and know that it was going to create a stir and not know what the reaction was going to be and walk right in there and try to do that? And then on the other hand, can you imagine Rick Snyder at his event turning around and seeing Bonero and thinking, oh, what do I do now?
Well, definitely so. I've known Verge for years. I've known Snyder now for last night. I've talked with him. He had to be sweating. He didn't want to blow it. He wanted to be sure that he was very polite because he knew that if this went the wrong way, he'd be accused of busting into the party and being rude. And so, yeah, he had been very nervous. And Snyder, the same thing. He had to say, I want to appear gubernatorial here. I want to show that I know how to do outreach for both. On the spot, responded to their best natures and actually pulled off a victory for both of themselves.
Well, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. It was very civil. It was debate-like, though it wasn't a debate. It was more like a candidate forum, which is what the debates turn out to be now anyway, don't they, pretty much?
They pretty much. But you can see here, too, without handlers, without the people trying to figure out how to get a victory out of something, the two good people in a room are close to each other. They'll figure out the best way to handle it.
Hey, Ed, quick question here, MPS, in the time we have left. Yeah. Ed, do you figure, could this act, what happened last night, could it act as maybe a springboard to at least one possible sit-down debate with some sort of a debate forum between these two?
Oh, definitely, because now you have the two actors actually talking to each other, saying, hey, we feel comfortable together. Maybe we should work out something. But in the end, Bonero is going to have to figure out how much, if he wants to debate, he's going to have to cave into a lot of Snyder's wishes because Snyder's in the lead.
We'll find out from Rick Snyder in a couple of minutes when he joins us on this program. Thank you, Ed Sarpolus. He's now Target Insights is where you can find him. 14 before the hour. Thank you, Gary Austin. Michael Patrick Shields moving fast and talking fast here this morning. Back in 4 minutes.